Okay, so we are just about to paint this bedroom. We need to get a really small Allen key to be able to take the curtain pole off. So for now, we're just kind of going to paint around it, and then we'll add when we've got the Allen key, because Jack's dad's going to bring it later. So we've put on the floor this roll and stroll. It's from Amazon. Basically, it's just sticky plastic just to protect the carpets. I'm going to start by painting inside the wardrobe because there is a few marks just there, and Jack is doing a little bit of polyfilling because there are a couple of cracks, obviously to be expected being a new build that's only a couple of years old. And we've gone all out and taken all of the sockets and face plates, is that what they're called?
Yeah.
And everything off of the wall so that we can get a really good finish. And I've masked up around the edges of everything as well. So I just wanted to give an update before we head downstairs and prep dinner. So we have painted in here. We did some polyfilling as I explained earlier, and you can probably see that it is still drying down the sides. So if you see any dark patches, that's why. But so we've emulsioned just white in here just to freshen it up. And then I have just been spending the afternoon glossing, well, satin wooding actually, for being technical. So I've satin wooded the shelf that's in here, the skirtings as well, and all the door frames, and all the, well, I say all the doors, wall almost just fell over, the inside of this door and the outside of this door, and then just the inside of this door. I just need to stop those runs in a second, and then all the skirtings around the outside as well. And as you can see, I am filthy. So I'm absolutely covered in paint from head to toe, and gloss as well. So I've just been using a bit of acetone. Probably terrible for you, but to try and get it off because I'm so sticky. My feet, the bottoms of my feet, everything is horrible. So yeah, we're going to see how it obviously dries up, and potentially might need to put another coat of gloss on the doors or skirting, we'll see. And then when we take the film up, I just need to run around the very bottom of the skirtings with a bit of gloss and some newspaper or a magazine or something to get really tight. Because obviously it's quite difficult, and we need to just get rid of all of this sanding dust because again, it's quite hard to not get it in the gloss. So yeah, it's coming along slowly but surely. And then hopefully we can move on to another room, or at least try and get the furniture in here tomorrow, because yeah, it's not fun.
Okay guys, so just while Corinne is doing a bit of painting, I am going to attempt to build a work desk. So let's see how this goes. From Donnell. It's well, basically a desk with sets of drawers either side. So let's see what this is all about.
Cupboard actually.
Sorry?
Cupboard one side and drawers.
Cupboard one side, drawers the other side. There we go. You heard it from the horse's mouth. Monday morning. Pretty much, other than a little bit of sanding and painting where we had to fill, we're pretty much done. Hello. All the skirtings and door frames and doors glossed. Walls painted white. My first actual experience painting, and it's very hard to paint white on white because you don't really know what you've done. But anyway, just a little touch up. And we now have Superwoman using, I would say our new Hoover, but I feel like I want to say her new Hoover because I feel like she's not going to let me use it. So, yeah, here we go. Checking she doesn't weed on the carpet.
No, I think that's carpet cleaning thing.
So here we go, the new Dyson in action. How exciting. Adult life. So, just come out of that noisy racket. That is our also new bit of kit, rug, not a rug doctor, a Vax rug cleaner. We just thought because we're going to be doing a bit of decorating and you know, it costs however much to hire the rug doctors from like Tesco's, we thought, sod it, let's just get our own rug cleaner. I'm being summoned. Yes!
So, we've just shampooed the carpet upstairs in the smallest bedroom, so my office, and that's just drying, and we just hung a few clothes up in the wardrobe in there. We're going to use that as more of our like porch, if you like, so all the coats and my spare beauty products. Anyway, we've got a tumble dryer that's going to go under the stairs, and Jack is just putting in a socket so that we can plug it in.
The light's not working in here, I don't know why.
Great. So we need to paint the skirting, so excuse the yellow, but he's putting in another socket just there. So we can put the tumble dryer pretty much where he's sitting, and then in this space we'll put things like the Hoover, the mop, the ironing board, etc. So the tumble dryer came yesterday. We just went for a Beco one from Curry's, and that's pretty much what we're doing now. So here's a little update on the progress of this room. I feel it still looks just as bad, even though we've moved quite a lot out. And then we also had our sofa delivered this morning, but unfortunately we're a bit behind our schedule, so it's outside at the moment, but we're slowly getting there. So the next project is the panelling in our bedroom. Right there.
Oh, I can't see it when I'm doing this, can I? Hi guys, welcome to my crib. No, basically we've just done the panelling in our room. It wasn't as simple as just using we got the pre-made pack from B&Q, but basically after measuring the wall, as you can see, we got 2 sockets either side of the bed and a data point. So we measured it out to do, I forget how many we said initially.
It's a pack of 6.
Yeah, anyway, we measured it out, wasn't going to work, so we did the first 2 the same. And then we worked out how many we wanted in the middle. We went for the 3 in the middle, and then just obviously had to work out measurements, and it seemed to take way longer than it should have.
And we didn't have enough, so we just had to nip to B&Q and buy another pack.
We did the first part, and then yeah, we just got the second pack, and
so we
finished off.
4 spare bits then? Yeah, 4 spare bits.
No, it should just be a couple, I think. It should just be 2. Yeah, 2 spare.
Oh, 2, yeah, because we did the other ones.
Yeah. So now.
So we're just going to prep it.
Prepped and painted.
Paint it. And unfortunately the bed has arrived already, so I don't think we'll be sleeping in here tonight because we still need to paint. We did a bit of filling because there was a few cracks, and yeah, we need to get cracking basically.
So just a little update. We're now into our room and have painted. Priorities, TV is on the wall because we've finished this wall. Got the bracket on, hung, beautiful, 43 inch. So this paint is called Egyptian Cotton by Dulux. It's like a kind of light grey, which is very nice. I have my painter down here just doing a bit of glossing on the skirting. And then as you see, we've got the back wall where the bed is going to go panelled and painted in white. Just kind of whatever, just a normal white, just a kind of, I don't even know what. Emulsion white, Leyland is the brand of paint we have used. So yeah, the whole room is Egyptian cotton. And then the panelling is in white. So it's our first time both of us fitting panelling. We got a kit. Well, it's actually 2 kits of the same kit, if that makes sense. So each kit is 6 parts. Obviously we haven't done a bottom rail, we've just gone down to the skirting. And then we had to cut the very end over where Corinne is now, just slightly, because it wasn't quite long enough for 3 lengths. But yeah, quite happy with the turnout so far. Touching up, bit of glossing, and then this room is done, ready to get the roll and stroll up, hoover, do the carpet cleaner, which we've got, and then we will start building our bed and get the furniture from the spare room in temporarily until our proper bedroom furniture comes in about a month. So yeah, peace out.
So we are just about to move on to the second bedroom. So this will be the spare bedroom. So we're just going to panel this back wall and then paint the rest of the walls white, and this one probably in the Egyptian cotton, providing we have enough.
So I need some nails. Yeah, and in theory. However, we spoke to the other ones, as long as they're 19.6 down, then roughly.
You want the level?
Yeah, sure.
So I've just been watching the footage back and realised that we never showed you the finished result of the panelling in here before we put the bedroom furniture in. So sorry about that, but we'll give you a little tour of it now. I've got my tour guide just here, but before we get started, the paint colour is Egyptian cotton, the same as the master bedroom, but in here we've done it the other way around. So Egyptian cotton feature wall and then white everywhere else. So yeah, Jack, do you want to...
Well, there's not too much to add to what you've said, other than we've got the chest of drawers and the tool boy from Corinne's house. Are they your brothers originally?
Yes, my mum bought them for my eldest brother, but then he moved house and lent them to my other brother, and then he moved house and bought new furniture. Yeah. So they were up for grabs, so we've taken them. As you can see, there is a little bit of damage to them, some watermarks, so they do need a sand anyway, and then a bit of a revarnish, but we actually think that they're too orange for this room anyway, so I just need to check with my eldest brother that he definitely doesn't want them back, and then we're probably going to do...
A bit late now, they're full of all our stuff, so cheers for that.
But we're going to do a bit of upcycling on them, most likely, either making them paler or painting them white or something, not sure.
But yeah, we've got our bed, so we've got, like, in our room, an ottoman bed.
We haven't shown that yet. We'll show that in a minute.
Well, that's fine. Both the beds are ottoman beds, so they lift up I mean, do you want me to give a demo?
No, all my clothes are just chucked under there at the moment.
We've got them as open from the side, so it's practical, it's easy. You've got storage under the bed, pretty much opposite the walk-in wardrobe, so we've both got a room each in terms of storage. So actually there's a lot of storage considering it's a decent sized house, but it's not a massive house, but I feel we've got quite good storage. Alongside, obviously, in our room we'll have a chest of drawers each as well, so we should be all good for that. Yeah. Feature wall, rest of the walls, TV's on the wall, we're just waiting for a longer lead so we can actually plug it in, and then that's fired up ready for any guests.
Yeah, because the lead unfortunately is on the right hand side of the TV rather than the left, so it doesn't quite fit in the plug socket.
And the issue is, now the electrician's coming out of me, I was going to do some sockets actually, you know, behind the TVs to have no wires showing, but we'd already basically finished decorating this room by the time we actually sorted where the TV was going exactly, and obviously by this point obviously realising that the the port for the power cable is on the right of the TV, the socket's there. In our room it works quite well, in this room it doesn't, but we'd already decorated and I was like, to be honest, I'm not gonna put one in, basically. No. Refused.
The only thing that we will say about the size of the rooms is they're fine, but obviously in here you'll see, and in our bedroom you'll see even more, they're not very wide rooms, and this is the only way that the bed can actually go, because as you can see there's a radiator under the window, so it can't go lengthways, and obviously if it was to go on this wall it's pretty much the exact same as going on that wall, and then you've got the built-in cupboards here, so there isn't much room to walk past, but it's just about wide enough. You can just fit the Hoover down. Obviously you would walk like this way, so that's the only thing we'd say, but to be honest, as Jack said, all you do is sleep and get dressed in a bedroom and watch TV.
Now,
you're not going to be doing an assault course. So.
Now we've, but now obviously we live together and we've got our lounge set up. I feel like, you know, TV time is now, yes, we've got a TV in the bedroom, but that's more just because, you know, I wanted one in case you want to watch TV on a lazy Saturday, Sunday morning, whatever. Really, we're going to be down in the lounge, so the bedroom is for sleeping. So, and
this is the guest room anyway, so it won't be used that often. But I just wanted to quickly show you the airing cupboard as well whilst we're here. So I've washed all of the bedding now and all of the towels, and I've ironed all of the bedding as well. So up the top we've got Barney's towels, that's Jack's dog, for obviously when he comes to stay and he's wet and muddy. That's my blanket for the winter just in case we need it. All the duvets and sheets and pillowcases, towels, flannels, etc. And then down the bottom at the moment we've just got all of our protein bars, powders, gels, etc. because there is no room
size of these bad boys
in the kitchen, and eventually this will go in our outbuilding in the garden. But for now it's there, and to be honest, once that's gone, who knows what I'm going to put down there.
Yeah.
And then the other thing that we did was in here, again it's not quite finished, but basically we've got two laundry baskets. This one is for dark washing and the other one in the main bathroom is for white washing. Call me a loser, but I just think it's going to be easier in the long run. And then we wanted some sort of storage in here. The previous owners just put everything on this one level platform, and I feel like you just can't maximise the space when it's all there. So I actually measured, so I will take full responsibility for this, but we got a shoe rack from Argos, so it's one of the Habitat ones, and we're basically just using it as a shelving unit. I know it is quite close to the boiler, and we are going to be careful in the winter what we put in here, so we've already said no aerosols, etc. It's mainly going to be for toilet rolls, probably like toothpaste, spare toothbrush heads, candles maybe, who knows. But I've ordered a few more of these storage cubes and some plastic storage baskets for here, because we had a bit of a dilemma with this in that it was pre-drilled holes but they didn't line up, and then when we made it I discovered that quite a lot of things didn't fit between the gaps. So as you can see, that is smaller than this, and that's because we've raised this right up to the top, so to maximise the storage in here. But the reason we got the shelving unit to cut to the trace, because I'm waffling, is so that when the boiler needs servicing we can take it out rather than having fixed shelving and making it difficult for the plumber to service it. So it was meant to go this side, but sadly I didn't measure it properly, and there is actually obviously that boxing in, and the skirting and door frame blocks it from going that side. So
we still might actually put some fixed shelving in just
oh
above the laundry basket.
will we?
Yeah, well, you never know.
This
You
is
might
new.
just-
I wanted Jack to cut this down a little bit because it's probably only like that much too wide so that it can go the other side, because I just think then it'll be a bit more tucked out the way. But I've got to work on him with that one.
Honestly, all I can say after the last couple of weeks is do not ask Corinne to read your instructions for building things, and do not get her to measure, because she's not very good at measuring accurately, and she's not very good at reading instructions. She has a funny way of making things either back to front, the wrong way round, upside down, and then you get, for example, the bed built, the desk built, and then you find that actually 3 or 4 steps ago you did things the wrong way and you have to half unbuild it to rebuild it again.
What it is, I skip steps because I don't think that they make things logically, so I just think, oh, we'll do that in a bit, and then I forget. Anyway, I actually cleaned in the bathroom, so it feels nice that there is now no longer paint everywhere. So there's our other laundry basket. Another annoying thing, this is not meant to be negative ninny here, but an annoying thing about the cupboards in the bathroom is they're not very high, so you can't fit an awful lot in
shallow
them.
shelves.
So like the bubble bath over there doesn't fit in that cupboard or that cupboard, and neither do my deodorants. So we're just learning to adapt basically and getting on with it, because it's a very minor problem. And then this is our beast of a bed, so the Alana bed from Dreams. It's a king size and it's a very snug fit, but again, we're just making it work.
Part of the problem is where you've got this kind of overhang.
It's a sleigh bed.
Yeah, where it's kind of sloped, and same at the back, you kind of lose a lot of space. It's actually not the bed.
So if it was flush, then obviously it would go back that much more. But it's not something we kind of bared in mind when we were ordering it. Also, excuse the Egyptian cotton there. We still need to do a bit of touching up in this room, but I've been losing the will to live with painting, to be honest.
Yeah,
so
we need well, to be honest, it's going to be a few weeks off. Painting.
So this is the bedroom, same TV. As you can see, it fits because the socket's that way. And then, Jack, if I could just squeeze past you, sorry.
You can.
We're having a chest of drawers there and there. So we've measured, and fingers crossed it does actually fit down the side of that bed. Obviously it will fit here perfectly, but yeah, it would just fit there, and they will be like our bedside tables. And then again, I cleaned in the ensuite and we glossed the doors, but again we just need to do a bit of tidying up, because I did mask up the hinges downstairs, but it ended up just ripping the paint off. So I figured I'll just paint and then we'll just white spirit it off afterwards. So hopefully that comes off.
This ensuite was a big selling point of this house for me.
You already said that.
Yeah, but I'm just saying it again. For all the downsides of new builds, one of the upsides is you get things like this. You don't have to install it yourself. You get an ensuite. You get 3 toilets, which obviously in a lot of older 3-bedroom houses, sometimes you only have 1 toilet, which when you have 2 people like me and Corinne who go to the toilet a lot, it's good to have 3 toilets.
The only other thing that I just wanted to quickly show was the desk. So I don't think we showed it built. All right, Jack.
Sorry.
But if we did, then apologies, but I'll just show you again that unfortunately we are sending it back because the drawer doesn't fit properly down there, and this bit of wood is actually broken. Whether that was when we built it or if it just came like it, but it's just not the best, and as you can see it's actually too narrow. So I've got these monitor arms for my computer screens, because it was a narrow desk anyway. That's why I bought them, to get a bit more space so that I can work. But I've had to pull the desk out so much so that I can actually get the screens in position that it just looks a bit rubbish. So we're sending this back. They're going to come and collect it at some point, and we're probably going to get one from IKEA instead, because it's actually the whole width from there, sorry, it's my smoothie here, to the wall. So hopefully then that will make that a little bit better. It won't look as rubbish because it will essentially fill the whole space. and it's got a few more drawers. So this one's got 3 drawers on one side and then 1 in a cupboard, whereas the IKEA one's got 5 drawers each side. And I need to try and find a home for all of this stuff. That is just a printer box and obviously the camera box, but I need to house this stuff, and Jack's also got some box files that need a home. So yeah, we're slowly getting there, slowly but surely. And yeah, we will keep you updated with our progress. So I've just been editing the footage back of this moving vlog and realised that I was going on about getting an IKEA desk and sending the Dunelm one back. So I just wanted to update you of what we've actually done in this room, because it kind of went from painting to shampooing to now the room's finished, and we didn't actually show the in-between. But it's not finished, it's probably 80% there. So I ended up actually going on Facebook Marketplace. I've been looking on there on and off for a desk, because ideally I wanted something quite robust, so more of an oak desk, something that came in one piece rather than flat pack. But I just couldn't find anything that I liked or that had the storage. And then after I ordered the IKEA desk, this beauty came up on Facebook Marketplace. So it is an oak desk. It's got 4 drawers that side and then a drawer and a cupboard this side. So although the drawers are narrower, they're a lot deeper, so it actually has a lot more storage than the previous desk. And this was actually £75 with a desk chair. I've actually already got my work chair, so either my mum's going to have that desk chair or I'm going to sell it on, because I don't need 2 and I don't have the space for 2. So as you can see now, it goes flush to the wall there or thereabouts. Obviously it's out a little bit because of the plugs sticking out the plug socket. But the IKEA one was essentially just 2 drawers and then a piece of wood on top, which was just going to be no better than the one that I had from Dunelm. So I found this beauty, got it for a great price, and I think it actually matches in here really well. So ignore this chair. This came from my mum's house. That was just in one of the spare bedrooms, and it was originally my beauty chair, because back home, before I started working from home, I basically had a dressing table, and this was the dressing table chair. As you can see, it's in need of some TLC and upcycling, which I was going to do for this house. So I'll show you in a second where it was meant to go. But as you can see, it doesn't fit. So for now, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it, whether I'm going to sell it or keep it and put it in the loft for a future house, because it is actually a really nice chair. Obviously, it just needs a little bit of TLC, and I was going to reupholster because the crushed velvet is not a vibe. But I just don't want to lose money on it, essentially, because yes, it's a little bit old and tired, but it's a really nice chair and it's really comfortable. So yeah, back to this room. So Jack's put some mirrors up on the wall for me. So I'm going to have 2 on the other side here as well. I just need to work out where I want them, because we're thinking of getting another little unit for storage. So I need to decide if I want the mirrors in the middle of the desk or the middle of the wall. I'm not really sure just yet, but these are from the range. They've just got a little sparkle outside on them. Very, very similar to the ones that I had back home. So I've got my beauty bed from home. I got that years and years ago. And then we've now got my nail varnish holder up on the wall. If anyone tries to tell me I've got too many nail varnishes, then please leave. But basically initially I had, it was probably up to there. Yeah, I already had that at home. And then it just wasn't quite enough storage, because basically back home I had this nail varnish holder, and then I had a bookcase which also had nail varnishes on it. Obviously here I don't have a bookcase and I don't really have anywhere else to kind of put shelves. And with the help of my mum, we decided to just get another one of these. And then just extend that one out. So apologies if you have picked up on the fact that this is not square. The actual unit is square on the wall, but clearly where they're just 2 different packs and joined together, it's not 100%. So Jack needs to do a little bit of tweaking on that when he's back. He's working away at the moment, just to try and make it look a little bit nicer. But essentially, for anyone that cares, these are all normal polishes up to there, and then they're gel polishes, hence why I needed more storage. So I've just got, again, the same little corner unit from home, just for my wax pot. I realised I didn't put that back. I'm just doing some charging of a power pack down there. I've got my little storage caddy with some products and the stool. And then I've got, I don't know if you can see, but these plastic pieces, basically to stop indents in the carpet. And then this side I've got a rug. So we've got little accents of grey in this room, because obviously originally the desk in here was grey. But I still think it looks really nice and smart, which leads me on to here. So as I just said, we're thinking of getting another storage unit because we need somewhere to put the printer, because it won't fit up on there, because obviously I've got my monitors and I need like a notepad and stuff to work. I've also got a box full of stuff there that needs to go somewhere, and I've also got a plastic box of stuff. I know I've got a lot of stuff, okay? I don't know how I fit in my mum's house. Anyway, we're thinking of getting another unit, some sort of filing cabinet, drawers. We're not really sure, so they will either go this side or that side. Obviously if they go that side, we'll move the desk, but again, not really sure what sort of colour to go for, whether we just get white, whether we try and match the wood. I'm not going to be buying an oak storage unit, but yeah, let me know what you think. So that will basically house the printer, and then also box files and paperwork and stuff like that. And then I've just got a little bin down there. And then, do I want to show you in there? Yeah, go on then. It's a little bit messy because I'm still waiting for Jack to build me some storage. But basically at the top, we've got all of our box files and paperwork, all the house documents, etc. As you can see, my wax strips. We've got all of our coats. So as I said before, this is like our porch, if you like. So all our coats are in here. And then down the bottom, these are just all of my beauty products. So all of the spare wax, all of the spare wax strips, acetone, makeup, the camera box, the foot spa, it's all going on in here. So I'm thinking of getting Jack to build me some shelves, just like a shoe rack style shelf, kind of just above these crates, so then I can put the white boxes neatly and still get to them. But I'm not sure what to do in there, but it's a bit of a dump at the moment, but it all needs to be in there because there's nowhere else for it to go. So that's that. I'm just doing a bit of cleaning. So the chair was originally going to go in the corner over there, but as you can see, because our bed is such a beast, it does not fit, unfortunately. The chair is too big, too bulky, and there's not enough space. However, I feel like this room, obviously it's hard to envisage at the moment because we're still waiting for our bedroom furniture, which, sad times, it's been delayed till the middle of August. But it's very beige and neutral, which is great. It's the kind of aesthetic that I was going for, but I feel it needs a little pop of colour. So we got this mirror. This was from Facebook Marketplace. It was £20, bargain. We probably could have gone a little bit bigger, but at the same time, trying to get it sort of that width and then length is very hard, and they're very expensive mirrors. But as you can see, this is gold, so we're thinking of having little pops of gold, but I'm aware that gold is still very much neutrally. So we're going to have oak chests of drawers either side of the bed, and then I'm thinking a plant for that corner. I feel like I need a pop of green in the corner, but I can't find a fake plant that I like that is A, tall enough to cover the sockets, and B, thin enough that it doesn't stick out too much, because there isn't much space. I was thinking maybe a little mini table and then putting a plant on the top, maybe even like a lamp. I'm not sure. Let me know what you think. My mum thinks I'm being impulsive. I could obviously get a couple of extra scatter cushions in a different colour and maybe even a throw, but I'm just really not sure. I don't want to rush our bedroom because obviously I'm going to be spending a lot of time in here, and I just want it to be really, really nice and homely and welcoming, which so far I think it is, but it's just missing something. Also, we're changing that light out because it is so useless. It literally is like an energy saving bulb that makes everything orange. So that is number one on the list, again when Jack gets back. But yeah, please let me know what you think in the comments down below, what we should do in here. Should I just leave it? Is my mum right? We're also thinking of maybe putting some art on the wall here and here, maybe. Again, not sure yet, haven't really thought that far ahead. But yeah, please let me know. I'm open to your suggestions. Sometimes it just takes a fresh pair of eyes. My mum is actually coming tomorrow, so we'll see what she says, but still, I'd love to hear what you guys think. And yeah, that is pretty much it from me. I look an absolute state because, as I said, I am just doing a little bit of cleaning, and I've lost my pink clip. Would you believe? The trusty pink clip has gone walkabouts, so I've just opted for a very low bun. It's so hot in this house, it's about 1,000 degrees. But yeah, I just thought I'd update you because I've cleaned it and it looks quite tidy in there, in the office, and I've just changed the bed in our room as well. So yeah, let me know what you guys think.